Hoy vamos a aprender la pronunciación correcta de 125 verbos regulares. Entonces, primero, tenemos que saber que hay 4 trucos, o más bien dicho, 4 reglas de pronunciación que les va a ayudar mucho. Y también tenemos que saber que todos los verbos regulares, o regular verbs, se conjugan igual en el pasado y participio, o past and participle. Comencemos. La primera regla es con la letra E, que cuando un verbo en infinitivo termina con una E, solo se agrega el sonido de la letra D al final. Veamos con este primer ejemplo. To achieve, conseguir. To achieve, achieved, achieved. Fíjense que al final solo se escucha el sonido de la letra D. Sigamos. To agree, acordar o estar de acuerdo. To agree, agreed, agreed. To argue, discutir. To argue, argued, argued. To arrive, llegar. To arrive, arrived, arrived. To blame, culpar. To blame, blamed, blamed. To cause, causar. To cause, caused, caused. To change, cambiar. To change, changed, changed. To charge, cobrar. To charge, charged, charged. To close, cerrar. To close, closed, closed. To continue, continuar. To continue, continued, continued. To dance, bailar. To dance, danced, danced. To deceive, engañar. To deceive, deceived, deceived. To describe, describir. To describe, described, described. To die, morir. To die, died, died. To examine, examinar. To examine, examined, examined. To imagine, imaginar. To imagine, imagined, imagined. To involve, involucrar. To involve, involved, involved. To lie, mentir. To lie, lied, lied. To live, vivir. To live, lived, lived. To love, amar. To love, loved, loved. To move, mover, o también significa mudarse. To move, moved, moved. To practice, practicar. To practice, practiced, practiced, to promise, prometer, to promise, promised, promised, to realize, darse cuenta, to realize, realized, realized, to recognize, reconocer, to recognize, recognized, recognized, to require, requerir, to require, required, required, to save, salvar o grabar en el contexto de grabar en una computadora. To save, saved, saved. To share, compartir. To share, shared, shared. To shave, afeitar o rasurarse. To shave, shaved, shaved. To smile, sonreír. To smile, smiled, smiled. To smoke, fumar o ahumar también. To smoke, smoked, smoked. To sue, demandar legalmente. To sue, sued, sued. To use, usar. To use, used, used. Ahora, cuando un verbo termina en una consonante sonora, es decir, las letras B, G, J y todas las demás que tenemos aquí, solo se agrega el sonido de la letra D al final, al igual que cuando termina con la letra E. Veamos entonces el primer ejemplo. To allow, permitir. To allow, allowed, allowed. To answer, responder. To answer, answered, answered. To apply, aplicar. To apply, applied, applied. To beg, rogar. To beg, begged, begged. To belong, pertenecer. To belong, belonged, belonged. To borrow, recibir prestado. To borrow, borrowed, borrowed. To call, llamar. To call, called, called. To clean, limpiar. To clean, cleaned, cleaned. To climb, trepar. To climb, climbed, climbed. To complain, quejarse. To complain, complained, complained. To consider, considerar. To consider, considered, considered. To cover, cubrir. To cover, covered, covered. To cry, llorar. To cry, cried, cried. To dry, secar, to dry. Dried, dried. To enjoy, disfrutar, to enjoy. Enjoyed, enjoyed. To enter, entrar, to enter. Entered, entered. To fail, fallar, to fail. Failed, failed. To fear, temer, to fear. Feared, feared. To follow, seguir o perseguir. To follow, followed, followed. To happen, suceder. To happen, happened, happened. To jog, trotar, to jog. Jogged, jogged. To kill, matar, to kill. Killed, killed. To learn, aprender, to learn. Learned, learned. To marry, casarse, to marry. Married, married. To offer, ofrecer, to offer. Offered, offered. To open, abrir, to open. Opened, opened. To play, jugar, to play. Played, played. To prefer, preferir, to prefer. Preferred, preferred. To pull, jalar, to pull. Pulled, pulled. To rain, llover, to rain. Rained, rained. To remember, recordar, to remember. Remembered, remembered. To scream, gritar, to scream. Screamed, screamed. To seem, parecer, to seem. Seemed, seemed. To stay, quedarse, to stay. Stayed, stayed. To study, estudiar, to study. Studied, studied. To train, entrenar, to train. Trained, trained. To travel, viajar, to travel. Traveled, traveled. To turn, girar, to turn. Turned, turned. To yell, gritar, to yell. Yelled, yelled. La siguiente regla es para las consonantes sordas, como la C, la F o los sonidos con CH, SH y las letras que tenemos en pantalla. Para estas consonantes solo se agrega el sonido T al final del verbo. Veamos con el primer ejemplo. To ask, preguntar. To ask. Asked, asked. Fíjense que al final suena como una T. Asked. To bake, hornear. To bake. Baked, baked. Si se dan cuenta, esta palabra termina con una E, pero como la última consonante es sorda, la letra K, se pronuncia baked, como una T al final. To brush, cepillar. To brush. Brushed, brushed. To drop, botar sin intención, cuando se te cae algo. To drop. Dropped, dropped. To express, expresar. To express. Expressed, expressed. To finish, terminar. To finish. Finished, finished. To fix, reparar o arreglar. To fix. Fixed, fixed. To focus, concentrarse. To focus. Focused, focused. To help, ayudar. To help. Helped, helped. To hope, tener esperanza de algo. To hope. Hoped, hoped. To jump, saltar. To jump. Jumped, jumped. To kick, patear. To kick. Kicked, kicked. To kiss, besar. To kiss. Kissed, kissed. To laugh, reír. To laugh. Fíjense que el verbo to laugh está escrito con una GH, pero suena como una F, esa GH, por lo que se pronuncia laughed, laughed. To like, gustar. To like. Liked, liked. Y este verbo, si bien termina en una E, su última consonante es sorda, la letra K, por lo que se pronuncia liked, como una T al final, en pasado o participio. To look, mirar. To look. Looked, looked. To miss, extrañar o echar de menos. Missed, missed. To pick, elegir. To pick. Picked, picked. To push, empujar. To push. Pushed, pushed. To reach, alcanzar. To reach. Reached, reached. To search, buscar. To search. Searched, searched. To stop, parar o detener. To stop. Stopped, stopped. To talk, hablar. To talk. Talked, talked. To thank. Agradecer. To thank. Thanked. Thanked. To touch. Topar o tocar. To touch. Touched. Touched. To walk. Caminar. To walk. Walked. Walked. To wash. Lavar. To wash. Washed. Washed. To watch. Ver o mirar. To watch. Watched. Watched. To wish. Desear. To wish. Wished. Wished. To work. Trabajar. To work. Worked. Worked. Y la última regla se aplica para las letras T y D. Cuando un verbo tiene como última consonante una de estas letras, el final de su pasado simple o también su participio suena como una ID. Veamos con el ejemplo. To accept. Aceptar. To accept. Accepted. Accepted. Fíjense que el final suena como una ID. Accepted. To act. Actuar. To act. Acted. Acted. To add. Sumar o agregar. To add. Added. Added. To admit. Admitir. To admit. Admitted. Admitted. To arrest. Arrestar. To arrest. Arrested. Arrested. To create. Crear. To create. Created. Created. To decide. Decidir. To decide. Decided. Decided. To defend. To defend. Defended. Defended. To demand. Exigir. To demand. Demanded. Demanded. To direct. Dirigir. To direct. Directed. Directed. To dispute. Disputar. To dispute. Fíjense que este verbo termina en una E, pero su última consonante es una T, por lo que en pasado o en participio se va a pronunciar disputed. Disputed. To hate. Odiar. To hate. Mismo caso que el anterior. Se pronuncia hated. Hated. Como una ID al final. To need. Necesitar. To need. Needed. Needed. To offend. Ofender. To offend. Offended. Offended. To paint. Pintar. To paint. Painted. Painted. To reject. Rechazar. To reject. Rejected. Rejected. To repeat. Repetir. To repeat. Repeated. repeated, to report, reportar, to report, reported, reported, to start, empezar, to start, started, started, to suggest, sugerir, to suggest, suggested, suggested, to visit, visitar, to visit, visited, visited, to wait, esperar, to wait, waited, waited, to want, querer o desear, to want, wanted, wanted. Y ahora que hemos terminado esta lección, les dejo en pantalla dos videos. El primero sobre los verbos irregulares, su pronunciación correcta, y también las reglas de ortografía sobre los verbos regulares, porque ese tema no topé en este video. Así que les invito a que hagan clic en cualquiera de los dos, el que prefieran ustedes.